thank you, Nate, for all you've done with the media services over the years. It's been a wonderful ride, and it's been great to see the program develop under your tutelage and also the press coverage and your work with the media, so we thank you for that. At this point, for the very last time, we'll open it up with comments from Nate.
Well, you know, it's probably the most, completely honest, most, if not the hardest, one of the most difficult decisions I've had to make in my life because of my emotional ties to Union and to the players. It's still hard to look them in the eye a little bit. You know, and it's been a tough week trying to decide about the position. You know, because I was just trying to take the emotion out of it, and I had a hard time taking the emotion out of it with the players. You know, I thank Union College for my time. I think President Ainley and Therese McCarty and Jim McLaughlin. I'm ecstatic they made the right decision to make Rick Bennett the head coach. He deserves it, and he's going to do a terrific job.
What were the pros and cons of weighing the decision that ultimately led you to choose the Providence job?
It was a big family decision. You know, I mean, there's a lot of. I think once you have a child, that changes a lot in your life, and that, you know, that weighed a lot into the, you know, that weighed into the decision.
You talk about your time here, where the program was when you got here, where it is today as you leave in Rick's hands.
I'm extremely proud of that, you know, and you know, I'm not the one that deserves all the credit. There are a lot of people, you know, that deserve all the credit, and I won't have enough time to thank them, each and every one of them. And, but yeah, I mean, you know, the fact that this team won a championship together last year, we'll always walk together, and you know, it was a big challenge. You know, and I remember that my opening press conference mentioning that, you know, that they, you know, I thank Union College for believing in a 29-year-old coach to take on such a challenge. And, it was a big challenge, and there are a lot of little battles along the way, a lot of growth with the program, learning what Division I athletics is about. And I think, you know, it was my job just as much of a coach to educate the school, and I think that's something that there's a lot of things behind the scenes that I'm really proud about the health of the program. This program is healthy. This program's not only healthy, this program is in the best shape I think it's been in its history. I mean, there's a team out there next year that should compete for the championship once again. So, you know, as proud as I am about my 8 years, I think I'm prouder about the health of the program and the direction the program's headed, because, you know, if people think of Nate Leaman, I want them to think about, you know, the product that Union College is now, you know, and the growth that it takes.
How important was it for Jim to make the transition quickly from you to Rick, and not have the process of a job search and bring someone from the outside?
Well, I think you know, I think it's the right thing for the program. Again, I think it's I think you have a lot of players that are still on campus. You know, Rick's extremely respected among the players. He's interviewed for 3 other jobs. I mean, those are places that called him. He didn't reach out, you know, to them. You know, and it tells you how respected he is in our business. He's ready for this challenge, and he's going to do a terrific job of it. You know, so I thought it was a brilliant move. I thought it was a great move, and you know, I think it's going to be good.
Does that make it easier for you on the emotional aspect? I mean, you want to have the program succeed in your wake. So does it make it easier for you from an emotional standpoint that Rick's taking over?
Yeah, because the house is in order. You know, I mean, I know that Rick Bennett will take care of the players. He'll treat them fair. I know that Rick Bennett's he's one of the hardest working guys I've ever been around, and I know he's going to put his heart and soul, you know, into the program, and I also know that he's, you know, it's going to take about 1 month, and he's going to be the most liked guy on this campus. So, you know, again, I mean, the hardest thing about this was the commitment in leaving the players, because, you know, it's tough as a coach, because they never really know how much you really like them.
Nate, on the outside, this looks like a lateral move. Providence hasn't been a winning program in a while. What was it about that job that just really struck something to you that you really wanted it?
You know, I don't think I should comment on that exactly. I mean, I will say that this is about you, and you're not a set.
Well, the question I had, Nate, was similar. Providence is kind of regarded now as a basketball school. I guess the success of the Big East has a lot to do with that. Can you reach back to when there was a strong hockey tradition there and bring it back?
Well, I think they've been on down times. There's no doubt about that. You know, it's a challenge. It's another challenge. You know, it's part of you know, it's part of your career, but it's a challenge that I'm looking forward to. You know, yeah, let's leave it at that.
Rick mentioned that he saw some of the irony in him being a Providence alum and you going to his school. Do you find that kind of ironic? No?
At one moment, take us to the moment that you felt comfortable with this decision, and that you knew that you were making the right decision here, because there was a lot of angst, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, that was extremely tough, and anyone that's been around me this week knows how tough it's been. To be honest, it's a good question. I was offered the position Monday. The athletic director drove out here to meet with me Tuesday. The hardest thing was trying to remove the emotion, and it's not an easy thing. I mean, the emotion I have for the alumni, the emotion I have for the Garnet Blades, all the people that have helped build this program over 8 years, and then the last part, I mean, it was just, you know, trying to remove the emotion, the emotional attachment you have to the players, because that's really tough to do, you know, and so it's been a tough week. I didn't eat much, I didn't sleep much, to be honest, and you know, my wife and I had, you know, some great conversations, you know, about your family and you know, where you want your family to be and things like that. So that's, you know, that's where a lot of the decision came down to.
Was there a specific moment though, where you decide, okay, this is it? Did it come Thursday? Did it come?
It basically came last night.
We'll do some one-on-ones. Okay. Nate, thank you again for the time. We wish you all the best for the Friars. Folks,